It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Won by the Thunder. Ferguson, now Adams, down low. Oh, defender pulling the chair. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
LeVert against the former MVP. Kicks it around the perimeter to Allen Crabbe. Lets it fly from long range. Yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
It's Westbrook. And strokes it. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Jeremy Grant swats it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Westbrook, his first effort, off the mark. Ferguson, down to Grant. Shot from the lane, won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Big screen right there, big screen.
Paul George, able to recover with the block.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
4-3, gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Ferguson to Paul George. Has a look. Shot by George, misses.
And so much of the shot is before the shot even occurs. As a defense, make him do things he's uncomfortable with. Stay up on him, make him catch the ball outside of his comfort zone.
Knocks it down.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Westbrook with the basketball. His team down 9. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the three-point play. The lead is down to 6. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. LeVert guarded by Russell Westbrook.
Green light.
From long range, Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you got to be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Brooklyn's got it. Dinwiddie picked up by Westbrook. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Swings it. Beyond the arc for three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Westbrook into the front court. Margins 8. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Hollis Jefferson.
Okay, reset it.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Nets have it. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Kenny Atkinson making some changes in this one. Alan Crabb guarded by Nerlens Noel. Deep left corner. Here's a chance from long range. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Gets a shot and a putback slam.
You can finally see this team starting to get their rhythm and their groove offensively. This is a good run to get them back in the ball game.
I got ball.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter with the Nets in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Now the Nets going to take a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. It's Brooklyn's ball. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
With a drop step. Scores from the post.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LeVert guarded by Schroeder. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Fires the three. Can't get the bounce.
Here we go. I got ball. I got ball.
Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Baseline drive. From the painted area, won't go down. Jeremy Grant sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 5, Markieff Morris.
Has a chance. Dudley there for the rebound. Fires the three. He'll take that any day.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
LeVert picked up by Ferguson. To Allen Crabbe.
Hey, let it fly. Let it fly.
Works it.
Take the shot.
For three. And it's good.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Thunder with the basketball. Runner here won't go. Probing the defense.
I got ball.
Going to launch beyond the arc. He's got it for three.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
To Schroeder. Trying to cash in. Doesn't get the bounce.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
George. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Sitting number 0, Russell Westbrook.
Come ball here. Come ball.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
Paul George to Schroeder. Westbrook has a look. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often. Nets have the basketball.
Here we go. Here we go.
Defense making the ball handler work.
Eat food. Get your bucket. Get your bucket. Get it right.
To Allen Crabbe.
Watch cutter. Watch cutter. Watch cutter.
Shot clock. It's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys can hold for the final shot. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw.
Good money.
2 for 2 on that trip.
Oh, yeah.
And that one out of bounds off a net. George to the basket, but it won't go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway.
Got him. Easy work.
Another chance. Lets it fly from long range, and the Thunder with the rebound. to Westbrook. Can't connect from inside.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
LeVert against Adams. Jeremy Grant rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Russ at the controls.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
Now from you. Let's go.
Curling inside, and the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
It's PG for two. Paul George. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Hey, match up, match up, match up. Watch Carter, watch Carter, watch Carter.
4-3. It's good for 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
D up, baby. I got this clown. Let's go.
And the reward, he's going to the line.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
Karis LeVert at the line for 2 shots. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first.
Lock it down. I see.
And he makes them both.
Shot, boy. Point it. Good shot. My ball. My ball.
George, textbook defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh, yeah, it's easy buckets, easy buckets, easy buckets.
Steven
Block,
Adams
block.
pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
5 on the shot clock. From long range, tough shot. He hits.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Tough make through traffic.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound taken by Grant. Westbrook across the timeline. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
My ball, my ball.
Here's a chance from long range, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a timeout from OKC as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own.
Number 17.
Defense, let's go.
And number 5, Marquise Morris.
It's George for 2. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Yes.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Schroeder. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Levert picked up by Adams. And look out.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
The shot almost.
Back up.
To Allen Crabbe. Deep left corner. He's too good to leave that wide open. Defense has to communicate.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Nice pass to set things up. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Short jumper off the mark.
Self-check.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. 3 quarters down, and it's been all net so far.